to the LAX airport just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. But today, two AFC teams set to do battle. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the LA Chargers. We started, and we are underway in Southern California. Oh, look at the juke. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And when you see Justin Herbert, all you think about is he's easily one of the most talented quarterbacks in the NFL. He can make every throw, knows how to think his way through every game, and now the regular season success needs to carry over into the postseason.
Herbert off of play action. Short throw to Disley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Play action. It's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Here is 3rd and 5. To the air again, Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line.
Defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Open man here is Conklin. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well, because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. This is a 26-yard attempt.
26-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the cornerback.
And a year ago when he was drafted, it felt like Central casting Bo Nix coming to the NFL ready to roll, and he surpassed all expectations a season ago and threw for nearly 30 touchdown passes as a rookie. Fell just short with 29, but a huge piece of his team's future.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Stuffing him behind the line there. That's Deion Henley. Really nice play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
For the opening play, the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Nix. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. That is a gain of 6. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Davis now to return it. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead. Harris starts the drive on the ground. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
J.K. Scott on 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. This is brought in at the 21. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7. They'll go play action with Nix. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Now it's Nix. He'll air this one out from Mims. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Off the bootleg, here's Nix. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So nothing doing there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to the air with Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackled for just a short gain.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Nix. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Y'all got to pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We about it more Power Ranger. Mine's also dangerous. Y'all talk outrageous. Don't you talk from me.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Herbert, quick pass out wide. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. Herbert. Short throw to Disley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This a 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And they pick up big yardage.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Herbert throwing again. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading 1st half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
So all field goals so far, 6 3-yard scores. The kick is away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Denver's offense ready to go again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Looking to put a drive together. On play action, here's Nix. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, here's Nix. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 3rd down and 13. Throwing Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Oh, nice move. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Project X, this ain't what you want.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 46. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. After all, it's 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Chargers, 1st down. 1st down and 10 yards to go.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. As the first half is winding down. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And top and good to make the score 13-3. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
And all the way home, the Broncos score. J.K. Dobbins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is, if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Kickoff here, 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up with my...
The final shot before the break for Herbert. Short throw to Disley. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Second down and 3. A final shot before break. Herbert. Short throw to Disley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates those getting the football first in the second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And not much there. Maybe a yard into the the 24.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, we did it right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8. Another run here with Dallas. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
3rd and 2. Working out of the gun is Nix. Working the middle of the field, and he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. To the opposite of what they envisioned when they left that locker room. A turnover on the opening drive of this 3rd quarter.
I like your identification there, because that's exactly what they discussed in the locker room before they came out on the field. Let's get the ball. Let's go down and score. Put some points on the board and feel good about it. Not an insurmountable lead, but definitely not how they saw it at halftime.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
The previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expecting to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
2nd down and 8. Nix to the air. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Off the play fake, Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 42 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Wants to try to add the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. That time a 6-play drive. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know, all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game. And there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Open man right side, that's McConkey. And the tackle's going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
But you got the lead here in the second half. That's the last penalty you want to commit.
And they were getting the ball. Why are you going after the punter there? Just take the football and keep going.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Hampton. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Herbert now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Well, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
2nd and a couple. Harris running straight ahead. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Najee Harris taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers have retaken a third-quarter lead.
And how nice is it to have a guy like Najee Harris in the backfield when you get down near the goal line? He can use his 230-plus pound frame to just get you those tough yards, and he finishes things off here with a touchdown run.
I'm trying to ride the wave. I'm trying to get me paid. I'm trying to move and shake. I'm trying to walk away. I swear to
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it. Watch him do it. He survived outside, dog, from the music. They like, what he owns? This is Alpha and Omega. Welcome home. This is not a song. This is a revelation. How to get it going.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Nice footwork at the 25. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Now Dobbins again on second down. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And the Broncos first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. 118 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had our coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on third down, it's Nix. But he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realize
that he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Alonso looked to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And able to get this out to the 25. The Chargers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The Charger drive about to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in the tight one. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They hand this off to Harris. And he stopped immediately there. Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
14 more yards. That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. To about the 26 here.
That was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6 coming up. Now Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Herbert setting up the screen. Harris. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the 1st down at around the 22.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here we go. This is 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And Parker, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score. Chargers.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. Dicker field goal. He's back out, ready to send it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Come up, 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
But you don't want to see more. You want to see more, but you only see some. Life just slows you down. Your body gets active now. Your mind is out of bounds.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. He'll look to throw. Dobbins with it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's second and a yard. He's back to throw. He'll get that complete to Franklin. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's first down. Back to throw. That's taken in by Franklin. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Cardi, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Here's first and 10. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Well, this fan base on the losing side, Charles, they're going to be talking about this one for a while. They ultimately decided to try to come up with a touchdown on that last play when all they needed was the field goal to force overtime.
Yeah, and the reasoning behind it, that's what we're all waiting to hear, because sometimes there's things that we don't see on the surface. Did the coach feel like, if he tied the game, they couldn't go any farther? They had too many injuries? I'm not sure what was going on there, but I'm with you. I'm stunned they didn't try and kick the field goal there.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.